Hi everyone. I hope you and your families are safe. We are pleased to host today's webinar on smart eating. Just to give you a brief background, Dr. Shikha's NutriHealth was founded in 1998 by Dr. Shikha Sharma, a visionary doctor from Maulana Azad Medical College with a vision to educate and spread health. With over 21 years of experience, we have gained expertise in weight management and lifestyle issues management. I am happy to share that we provide services across the world and are sharing over 2 lakh diet plans every month. In fact, our company NutriHealth has thousands of clients in India and abroad who are under the treatment of multiple disorders. Just to share how we will proceed with the webinar, so I have Dr. Shikha Sharma with me. Maybe you all know her as celebrity health expert who has advised ex-prime ministers, chief ministers, Bollywood actresses, business tycoons, and singers. But before becoming well known in the area of nutrition and preventive health care, she worked as a medical doctor in the intensive care unit of GG Fund. When we think of Dr. Shikha Sharma, we normally associate her with weight loss diets, but actually she is a medical doctor with deep interest in nutrition and prevention. I have another panelist, Dr. Reena Rawat, with me, who heads nutrition and research vertical at Dr. Shikha's NutriHealth. She is a qualified BAMS Ayurveda doctor with a rich experience of over 14 years. I have another panel. Mr. Jasmeet. Without any delay, I will hand over the session to Dr. Shikha Sharma.
Thank you so much, Ashima, for moderating and for organizing this session. So, very quickly, first, what are we going to discuss today? We are going to discuss the basic principle that when we are born, we are basically we are gifted by God a wonderful piece of machinery, which is our own body. So it's almost like a Jaguar car. It is the latest, the best quality car or the best quality machine which God gives us. But over the years, we end up putting kerosene in it. Literally, like if you buy a new Jaguar and put kerosene. But incidentally, since the body has its own regenerative capacity, the body keeps trudging along, keeps somehow managing, compensating till the time one fine day problems start. So today the whole webinar is on one philosophy, which is that we need to honor our body because our bodies have the infinite capacity to heal. So joining today are two wonderful panelists with me. One is Mr. Mayank Kapoor. And thank you, Mr. Mayank, because I believe you also had to reach somewhere and still you wanted to honor the commitment to be on the webinar today. So we'll try to keep it quick for you so that you can reach wherever you have to. And Mr. Jasmeet. So firstly, let me go over to Mr. Mayank. So Mr. Mayank, which city are you from and what motivated you to follow the philosophy of honor your body in the times when in COVID people are actually overeating, over drinking, and they have put on 10, 15 kilos rather than, be healthy?
I'm obliged and I'm honored that I'm having a webinar with you. And to be very honest, it was basically the motivation drive, or should I say the factor which driven me towards going for a healthier life aspects was that earlier on, I was a very avid marathon runner. So I have been taking parts in marathons, and then in 2019, with the help of a lot of trainings with a lot of strict regime, I had a experience of Mount Everest base camp with National Geographic expedition. So when I came back from the Mount Everest base camp, I decided that from now on I would be focusing on my physique more on a neat and clean diet, because apart from your physique regime, the way you exercise, the way you perceive your mental and emotional well-being, it is all it's all comprises with the food you eat. The food you eat basically builds up your body, and I realized that the 70% of the concept of your fitness is basically directly related to the whatever I'm going to consume, and 30% is basically what I feel is the exercise which is necessary for the flexibility of my body. So I was just going through a phase of life just post COVID that I have to get back into my mountaineering zone. Being a businessman, it's just for passion. So sometimes we do forget working on our passion, and I myself for for that, I thought that the first thing is I need to rejuvenate first. I need to heal it first, and then only I can build myself again, the way I have always been. So who other than better than you? I thought to rejuvenate myself, and I had a word with few of my fellow, peer mates. Like I am a real estate builder in Bhopal. As you asked me where I am from, I'm from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I'm a real estate developer. So few of my real estate colleagues has always said it was basically a word of mouth that everyone is happy with your diet plan because it's more flexible and more realistic, practical as compared to anyone else in the market. So they say that since you have that much of caliber that you would go to greater heights for these, regime you're going to have, then you need to have a person who would be properly monitoring you because you have some goals and some targets which you need to
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is really one of the things which, is worth applauding, that to be able to get that discipline, know that I need to take care of my body, and that discipline of, no, I have to follow a structured plan, something which is scientific and not just any diet plan or any nutrition plan. So let's come to Mr. Jasmeet. Mr. Jasmeet, which city in India are you from, and what inspired you to join this program?
Okay. First of all, good afternoon, Ms. Shikha.
Thank you.
It was really great to connect with you. I'm from Lucknow location, and what inspired me to join this particular course of yours was I wanted to be in my better shape. I was during my college time and that. Post that, once we are in service, we have very sedentary job and sitting working as an HR. So I wanted to be in my best of my physique. So that is the reason I thought of joining your course. And before joining your particular this treatment, I have checked around not less than 7 to 8 different other dietitians, and in everything I got a feedback that once you leave the program, you rebound to that particular stage where you were, or at least half of that particular stage. So that is not worth. But in your program, I had a conversation around 2 or 3 people. Everyone said even if you leave and you are trying to maintain the kind of the course or the diet that they have helped you out, you will never gonna regain that particular weight that you have shed.
Wonderful. That's nice to hear that that one of the gentlemen is from Bhopal, other is from Lucknow, which is of course far away from Delhi. And this was our basic vision. We wanted to support and assist everyone across the world who had decided to honor their bodies, and who had decided that, no, I will take care of my body the way I take care of my family and other people. So, Mr. Mayank, over to you. That what has been your experience so far? How many months have you joined, and could you identify any few things which you really found useful, or had a unique experience or a good experience?
Doctor, I have taken like a couple of years back a few diets from different dietitians and nutritionists, but the basic difference what I found, after taking consultation from your end, was it was more of a holistic approach. It was not just one way of thinking diet that okay, your target is for this 3 months, and then we'll work it on a faster basis. I mean, your diet is basically based on for the rest of till my last breath. This is what I consider that till the last breath of mine, this diet is possible to have it. It's nothing like something to which you would feel that you're not having rotis or chapatis. If you wish to have rotis, then you can have rotis instead of just prescribing that no, rotis have carbohydrates, so you shouldn't have carbs uh, with the form of wheat rotis. You have options, you have alternatives, uh, because we are Indians, and we can't change our lifestyle drastically over the period of say weeks. So your diet is basically tends to mold us uh, with the habit which we are carrying since over past since years, but more of a way that it's getting the protein and nutrients from different sources, but with the same method.
Correct. So, how much have you lost, or anything you want to share that in the last few months or few since you
But
joined?
I've lost almost 4 kgs. So
Wow.
I started on 25th of November, and today is
Oh,
9th of Jan.
right.
So precisely, it's less than 50 odd days,
Wonderful.
and almost around 40 odd days, and I've lost 4 kgs. So that speaks in volumes.
No, that's wonderful, and it's wonderful, and it's very nice to know that someone who has plans to become even more active, and despite having a busy business, is able to follow the plan. Because most people, I could imagine, find it hard, if they have to run a business and follow a plan and do many things. So it's really amazing. So I understand that you are busy today and you are getting somewhere. So just final comments from you before we sign off from you is that what is your message to all the people who are sitting at home in COVID and putting on weight and wondering that when COVID ends, then we'll start living a life.
Friends, I have one thing to enlighten you that, to be very honest, when we say that let's go for some diet or some nutrition plan, we always think that we are going out of our comfort zone. We are going out of something which we are not used to. But Dr. Shikha's diet is some kind of a plan where you don't need to think that you'll be leaving chapatis, or you'll be leaving rice, or you'll be leaving sabjis or vegetables, or you'll be, if you're a non-vegetarian, then you'll be asked to to minimize your the intake of chicken or fish. It's not like that. It's just the preparation changes, and the consumption you take is being properly measured. And more of a in across any place where you go, there is nobody apart from Dr. Shikha's team who would be in touch with you every alternate day. So the personal touch which you get, that if you wish to ask them that, suppose doctor, is it possible that if I can mold up my diet for the weekend, I have some few plans for it, then the doctor's team are always up for, giving you the alternative options. And if I would ask doctor if I'm going for a dinner, and due to my appointments, I might have a drink or two, then the team would all never stops you to consume a drink, but they would have you. They would give you a better option, that instead of having a beer, you can have a wine or champagne. That's just a form of saying to me that you always get a personal touch every alternate day that nobody else does in India.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for those lovely comments. And we wish you a very long life and a safe journey. And I hope you reach your destination
Thank
safely.
you, doctor.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayank. And hope to have another webinar with you in future once you are completing the
For sure.
program. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Uh,
Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
so now we go over to Mr. Jasmeet. Mr. Jasmeet, we come over to you. Since you're in Lucknow, so how did you discover about this program? Because most people normally, I have seen, they go to a local nutrition or a local clinic because they wonder that, a clinic which is in Delhi, would it be easy or convenient since the head office is so far away? So what gave you the confidence that, no, I can do it even though the head office is in Delhi?
Okay. I've stayed in Delhi for last 11 years, and it's in just September 2019 I have shifted to Lucknow. Prior to that, I was in Delhi only. I was living in South Delhi,
Okay.
and I have multiple friends who are working and who are in Delhi. So I have three friends who have taken the course through you, and they only have guided me to take up your program and to enroll into it and to have a better health for this. So I have gained weight, a lot of weight. Post I met an accident, so during which I was on bed rest for 1.5 years because of multiple fractures. Post that, I have gained weight, and to shed that weight, I have tried multiple of times. I lose weight and then I regained double that. So to understand that, to when they my friends have gone through your program and they found that it is very effective, then they have suggested me this.
Oh, I'm feeling very amazed that despite the accident and everything, you have very strong will, and with that strong will, you decided, no, I want to shed weight and I want to make sure that I become healthy again. And I must share this with you, Mr. Jasmeet, that as a doctor, I can tell you that the body has an infinite capacity for healing. As doctors, when we used to treat patients, when especially in the ortho clinic, we used to fix the just align the bones after a fracture. The alignment and the stabilization is done at the clinic, at the ortho clinic, but really the healing happens through the own body. The
Yeah,
entire
that's
bone
correct.
regenerates and rejoins again and becomes strong. And it is the amazing capacity of the body to heal that I decided that I should pursue a course where
Mm.
I can assist a lot of people as through the organization to heal themselves through their own bodies, through their own regenerative capacity, as you had mentioned. So the second question I would say is that normally they say that men are very fond of eating; they can never follow a diet. So do you think it's a fallacy, it's a myth, and or is it true? And how did you do it? I mean, how are you managing to follow a plan?
I will be saying not only men, even women's have uh, tendency to have food. They are. I'm few in my family who are very fond of eating. They
Right.
just it's just the person's will and to motivation that keeps them going. So everyone has that one time in their life when they get motivated. Within a flick of a second, they either take it up or they lose it. Okay. um, we must have seen, you since you are a doctor, you must have seen there are smokers.
Yes, yes,
Okay. So they, within a flick of second, they decide, okay, from today I will not smoke. And once they take up that decision, if their willpower at that particular moment is positive, then they leave it for their lifelong.
right.
And when there is even a flick of a second that they think, okay, I will be leaving it from tomorrow, and then tomorrow never comes.
True. Tomorrow never comes. It's always a postponement, and
It
very
is,
well said.
yeah. So it's not that the men or women, they are fond of eating, but yes, since men are more into the open market, they go, they travel, so they have a tendency that, okay, to have something, because eyes are one of the thing which attract most.
Yes, yes,
If
yes.
we generally see in the market, supposedly I'm in a field, I'm going to a customer's place, in between I see a restaurant or cafe, so I, okay, let's have a coffee,
Correct.
take away. So in that coffee I can add up 2 tablespoons of sugar, but that doesn't count as my own thing, but it has added up to the body. So
Absolutely.
in that sense, yes, that is one thing that men generally tend to have more of the outside food than the women. And second thing what you asked is how I control it, how I am taking it up. I told you, there is a flick of a second which gives you the motivation. So I got the motivation last June. I was blessed with a baby daughter.
Oh,
So
congratulations.
thank you. So to that gave me a motivation, okay, now I have to be a fit, a perfect father for her.
Yes.
So that is the reason I thought of, okay, let's now invest in myself, and so that I can give something to her also.
Very well said. And this is a profound statement which you said, that let us invest in ourselves. And the reason
Yes.
I feel it's really profound is that most of the time, when we start earning, we invest in stocks or in jewelry or in real estate or many other things, what we find that will give us a secure future for us and for our families. But
Yes.
one place where we all forget to invest is in our own health, our own well-being. And that is where finally, and I must tell you this story, I'm sure many people would have heard it, but I'll tell you that the reason I moved into the field of preventive healthcare was because I was working as a doctor in the department of cardiology at Pant Hospital, Delhi.
Okay.
And you must have seen Pant Hospital. It's close to the the Delhi 6. So that's the place, LNJP Hospital, GB Pant Hospital. So all of them near ITO. And as a very young doctor, I saw that people were being wheeled in to the ICU with heart attacks, and many of those patients simply died on the table. They had come in too late, and we could not do much because they had come in too late, and they died on the table. To see this scenario, it pushed me to think that can we assist as doctors people much before such a situation arises, such before actual myocardial infarct affects the patient. And that is the journey which took me into preventive healthcare. And of course, with time, wonderful doctors like Dr. Reena, Dr. Vinita, and many other Ayurvedic doctors became part of our organization. Many nutritionists became part of our organization. And that dream came true that we can help and support people who want to really be healthy. So I'm glad you use the word invest, because that's exactly I realized a lot of us do that, beautiful cars, beautiful homes, beautiful jewelry, but no investment in our own health. Why? Because we think in a way that हो जाएगा हो जाएगा. It's only later that we realize कि नहीं, it's getting late and we need to spend some time and energy on our own health. So Mr. Jasmeet, so another question which I have for you is that normally when doctors follow a plan, uh, they they have certain concepts of food and nutrition, and when they follow the plan, they discover new things which they didn't know before. So what are those new things you discovered while being on the plan?
Okay. While the new things that I found was that oats can be much tastier than the things that they taste actually.
Yes.
I was never fond of oats,
Right.
okay, to be very honest. And I tried that couple of times, but every time I have to leave the bowl aside and I go for something else.
Correct.
So now, since the things have been described and the details have been passed on to me, I have tried those. So the different oats, different kind of your other ingredients, like I suppose the other person, gentleman, told that the chapati was not to be left aside. So instead of wheat chapati, oats chapati, the multigrain chapati kind of a thing that was introduced, and it was a very new thing for me. I had heard about this, but never had it
Right.
actually. So that was the one thing that gave me, okay, this is the another form which we can have, and we can stay healthy also. We can have the healthy eating habits also for this.
True. So tell me, in this time, how many, how much weight or what has been the response so far? And
I joined, I suppose, in the November month. uh, I suppose it was 6th or 7th of November I have joined. Okay. And today we are sitting on 7th and 8th of January. I've lost around 7 kgs.
wonderful. That's good news. And there's another misconception that people have that if you exercise 2 hours in the gym, nobody can lose weight. So, like you mentioned, that sorry, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible now.
It's audible
Yes.
now.
So sorry, I was asking that a lot of people think that unless you do 2 hours of gymming, you cannot lose weight. So any feedback on that, or any of your experiences?
In gym, yes, we can lose weight, but if we say that body cannot shed the weight without gym, that's the wrong perception. Because I haven't gone to gym. I have lost 7 kgs because body, I what I feel, as you said in your introduction, that body is one of the most well engineered gods format. So in the same way, I think that our body has the capacity to take in the food, digest it, and to give us the what is most required for the body, and to let go the other things. So in the same way, I feel that no, it's the perception is not very correct, that without going to gym you will not be losing weight.
Very true. And so, how's been your reaction? Because many times they surprise.
Dr. Shikha, your voice is breaking.
So, what has been your family's reaction to your change, to your weight loss? Are they excited? Are they motivated? Are they surprised?
Um, my wife is well aware about that I'm trying to lose the weight. She is well aware, and rest my family is not aware yet. So I'm thinking that let it come through. Let me lose around 15 kgs, and then once I go in front of them, they will be happier. So I'm keeping it as a surprise for them, and but I'm trying on my own that I have lost 7 kgs, so let me put up another 7-8 kgs and then I go in front, because then the body will be showing bit of the symptoms. Yes, he has lost some weight. So that thing.
Clients and so when he lost weight, he was and his children were in US. So when after losing weight he landed at the airport and his children had come to pick him up at the US airport, they actually passed him. They didn't recognize him only because he had kept it as a surprise. So finally he called out to them that it's me. And they were so shocked. They said, Papa, you have changed completely. And he was like senior citizen. So I am sure that once you come to Delhi and or wherever your family is, for a very pleasant surprise yourself.
Yeah, I'm keeping it that way only.
So yes. It will be a very pleasant surprise. So I think Ashima, we've also started getting questions. So would you start asking questions to Dr. Rina?
Yeah, sure. So, one of the question which I have is gluten-free food good? Can they make this as a daily lifestyle? Dr. Reena?
Yeah. So nowadays, it's a very the question which everyone is asking about the gluten. So gluten is basically a protein which we found in the wheat and wheat products, basically. So it is very important to know, like after consuming not only gluten or any other food, like if you feel very bloated or if you find any kind of inconvenience after having that particular food, so you should not consume it, because for each and every body type there are different foods which are compatible to you. So for example, there are people who are not diagnosed with any such problem like lactose intolerance, but every time whenever they are taking milk, maybe they get a loose stomach, or maybe they get indigestion or bloating. So these kind of issues are there. So it is very important to know that it's not necessary that everyone should remove the gluten from the diet, but yes, if you are not comfortable after having wheat, then you should incorporate various other grains also in your diet, because each grain has their own nutritive value. Like there is ragi, which is a rich source of calcium, can be incorporated. Then there is jowar, bajra, quinoa, so barley. So these are various grains which can be incorporated in the diet. So this is, I think, the answer that I have given to your query, that it is not good or bad about the gluten, but yes, you have to identify that if you are intolerant to any particular food, then you should restrict the intake of that particular food in your diet.
Sure. Thank you, doctor. So, another question which I have received is from Mr. Suman. He is asking for weight gain tips.
Yeah. So it is very important, most of the time, if people think that, you have to gain weight, so they do opposite what they are actually doing to lose weight. So like when one, want to lose weight, they generally cut down on sugar, they generally cut down on fried food. And people think that if they have to gain weight, they, start consuming the food which is actually not healthy for you. So it is like not actually the gain once you start eating healthy. And here I would like to give you an example. Like for example, a plant is there, and if you are providing the right kind of nourishment to your to the plant, like proper manure, proper water, sunlight, everything is given in the right amount, then the plant grows very well. Similarly with our body also. So if we provide the right kind of nourishment to the body, because as Mr. Jasmeet also mentioned, that it is not that carbohydrates are bad for you, but if you consume whole grains, you consume different kind of proteins in your diet, you can incorporate, nuts and seeds and healthy oils, in your diet. So all these things are going to help you in maintaining your ideal body weight. Especially for weight gain, it is very important to consume a diet which incorporate all these ingredients. Like for example, if you are having your lunch, so make sure you should have whole grains in your diet. Protein is very important part, because protein is something which is going to build up your muscles. So it is very important to consume protein in your diet. And similarly, like salads, vegetables, it is very important to consume nuts, because nuts are very good for gaining weight, especially like dates, raisins. These are the things that can be increased.
Here, there's a question, Ashima, about autoimmune disorders. And I think it's very important. I'll just take it that autoimmune basically means what? That in your body, because of certain condition, a certain proteins are being made, which own cells. Now, why should the body's defense cells start attacking its own cells? It's a very simple logic. Those cells have been coated with an alien coating. So those normal body cells get coated with an alien coating, what in Ayurveda we call as toxins or So the best way to manage autoimmune disorders or any disorder which is connected to the body's attacking its own self is detoxification. So detoxification is a process where you detoxify by consuming certain kind of vegetables, fruits, and certain process you follow. And you remove these toxin from your liver. And slowly, once the coating is gone, the body actual cell is visible, and the antibodies don't attack you by yourself. So it's a process, and of course, but it is very well known that the kind of food which we eat. Like I'll give you a small example. If you pick up a packet of potato chips, just turn the label and see the colors, the preservatives, and other things. I mean, forget about the salt and other things also, which is lots of preservatives and colors going inside a normal bag of potato chips. So all these are artificial. They are not made, they're not recognized by our body. And after years of such things, many times, and of course, another factor which aggravates the situation is stress. So there are multiple factors, but detoxification is the first step towards fixing our own health. Yes, Ashima, please carry on.
Sure. So I have another question in terms of the workout. So they are asking few tips for pre-workout meal and how could they build stamina?
So I think for free workouts, there are many ways. Depends a lot on your own interest levels. Like for example, when I started that I have to be active, I started with Bharatnatyam dancing because I loved classical dance. Active, and then slowly I took on a personal trainer and worked a lot with my personal trainer. So depends on your own interest levels. Being active is very important. Now when you talk about a freestyle workout, there are many things you can do. You can do pilates, you can do yoga, you can do skipping on the spot, you can do jogging on the spot, you can, so there are many exercises which are possible in a very small area. There are various fitness bands also which are available, which are resistance bands, so you just get them on any e-commerce site, which could be Amazon, Flipkart, or any one of those sites. And those resistance bands actually you can use to strengthen your muscles also. So depends on you, but one thing which is very important in all exercises is that you have to exercise the whole body. A lot of people say, oh, I only want to build my arms and only I want to reduce weight on my tummy and I will only do tummy exercises and arm exercises. It doesn't work like that. You have to exercise your whole body in a systematic way, because there are a lot of injuries which happen when people over exercise, when they are not ready to do that kind of exercise. So exercise is also a procedure, a process, and it has to be done step by step. And no quick fixes. In exercise also, no quick fixes. You don't do some exercise and you overdo it, because the next day, especially in winters, your body might go into a spasm. So there are many exercises, and of course, if you leave your number, next one of the next sessions we will be having would be with my personal trainer, who would demonstrate all the exercises in a systematic way, the way it has to be done without injuring your back or injuring your muscle. So yeah, next question, please.
Yeah, so I have another question which is related to insulin resistance. So yeah, few tips, because people are saying that since they have developed this insulin resistance, because of that PCOS and other related diseases are coming up. So few tips through which they can avoid this situation.
Yeah.
Doctor?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So it is very important when it comes to insulin resistance. Exercise plays a very role. So it is very important to exercise, because insulin resistance is a condition wherein your body cells, they are not able to take up the glucose which is already there in your body, and due to which your sugar levels also starts raising, and after a period of time it leads to high blood sugar levels, and gradually, like, it also imbalances your hormones. So the first thing toward maintaining your insulin resistance is exercise, because it helps your cells to actually get that thing which helps them to absorb the sugar which is there in your blood. Second thing that they have to make is incorporate certain herbs which are very effective for the insulin resistance. For example, cinnamon. Cinnamon is very effective when it comes to insulin resistance. So you can just take a stick of cinnamon and just boil it in water and just replace it with your regular tea. And I would suggest this to all our viewers, that rather than consuming more of regular tea, it is good to incorporate the infusions which are very effective in terms of improving your digestion, metabolism, and they have a lot of antioxidants in it. So that is going to help you in build up your immunity as well. So like cinnamon is very effective in terms of insulin resistance. Similarly, methi seed water like fenugreeks, so that is also very effective. You just have to soak 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds in a glass of water and just take that water in the morning. And but be regular with these herbs. It's not like if you are consuming it just for a day or two, it's going to show you the results. It should be consumed at least for 2 to 3 months to see the good results with these herbs.
Correct, correct. That's true. So, in fact, we'll be coming to that in a minute.
Hello.
But before we come back to that, I'm asking one question. So, Mr. Jaspreet,
Dr. Shikha, your voice is not clear.
yeah, is it audible now?
Yeah, this is better now.
Yeah. So, Mr. Jaspreet, one question, two questions for you. One is that when you start losing weight, does it also, in a way, impact our emotions or in some way our positivity? Is there a connection between food, weight loss, and emotions? Have you felt it?
Yes, I felt it. The kind of diet I was having, it gave the very first thing that it has helped me out was that I was means my body started responding much better, in a sense that earlier when I used to get up in the morning, I used to have a bit of a body ache or kind of an unrest thing. But now after having these diets and maintaining this kind of a diet, it helped me a lot, and it supported me that I was much more active. I get up much fresh, and it was very helpful for me.
Very true, very true. And like you very beautifully mentioned that for your daughter, you wanted to be fit and healthy. And I must mention this, that a lot of studies have shown that the kind of food parents eat, or what the kind of environment or food parents eat, the child is directly inspired or motivated, or let's say influenced. And when the parent is eating healthy, the child automatically eats healthy. And I must share a small story with you that many years back we were invited by one of the kindergarten schools, the principal, because she was quite unhappy that every day the children in kindergarten, which who are less 3 years old, used to bring noodles and Maggie and chips and stuff like that in the tiffin. Then she was very unhappy that why are small children eating this kind of food? So she approached us to design
Hello.
Audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible now.
Yeah, Ashima, am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So per chance, we had added sprouts. So the menu went, and when we went for a review for discussions, so I noticed. I said maybe we can remove the sprouts because this is for older children, and maybe a 3.5-year-old child may not want to eat sprouts. He said, "No, no, Dr. Shikha. Actually, there has been a revolution in my school. The first week, all children didn't eat their tiffins, and they looked around to check who's got what because they were used to chips and chocolates and stuff. But from week two, every child has been eating the tiffin which has been prescribed by the school. And by the end of 2 months, even the other siblings, the older children in this school, started eating the tiffins. So the parents came to know that
Hello.
so much change in the entire family.
Hello.
Yeah, Ashima,
Uh, Hello. No, ma'am, you're not audible.
yeah. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now. So we missed you from the point when you were saying that
Hello?
even the older children and siblings started having it.
Yeah, so what happened from a 3-year-old child? The 3-year-old child became a role model for the entire family. So I realized is in the family, anybody who starts eating well, whether it is the child or whether it is the parent, the entire family starts changing for the better. And so I must say that you'll soon become a role model for your own children, for your own family, because children watch. They're very, very observant and very smart, and they watch. So there are a lot of people. We say today is an obesity epidemic in India, and we say that diet make it happen.
Hello.
Yeah, Ashima, am I
It's
audible?
better. Yes.
I think so. There is some
Yeah.
network issue that every time you are coming up, there is some lag in your conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So maybe Ashima, you can just take questions, right?
Sure. I will just take
Okay.
questions. So I have one more question ideally. So that's related to hypothyroid. So Dr. Reena, so people are asking that they have been detected thyroid 10 years back. So is it still a way out that if they start eating healthy, there is a chance that the thyroid levels get better?
Yeah, definitely. So basically, thyroid or hypothyroid, so hormonal imbalance in the body, and most of the time, when we also get these kind of patients who are having thyroid, and actually they don't have any hope that they are going to lose weight, because it's in the you can there are society that if you are having thyroid or if your age is above 40, and if you have PCOD or these kind of diseases, that it is very difficult for you to lose weight, and because of which the people, they are having a lot of stress, that because they already in a mindset that journey is going to be very tough for them. So most of them, they don't even started doing anything because they think that they really have to cut down on various things. But actually this is not true, because as we have discussed earlier, that your body has the capacity to heal itself, and the moment you start eating right, and that is the point where the system is going to align. It is not only about hypothyroid, but because hypothyroid is a condition which is the thyroid gland is related to the metabolism, and it is associated with various other systems of your body. So most of the time, like hypothyroid patient, they are having low calcium, low vitamin, their skin become very dry, and their hairs are also become very dry. So these are the things which are associated with thyroid. Once you start following a right kind of nutrition, like including whole grains in the diet, doing some sort of a physical activity, increase your water intake, take your regular sleep, and do not take any stress, because stress again creates a vicious cycle wherein your hormones get imbalanced. So these are the things that can be done. And especially for hypothyroid patient, they have a lot of water retention in the body. So it is very important for them to take something in the natural form, because most of the time people use certain drugs which are there for, these are having diuretic property. So take something natural which has these property, like jasmine infusion is there, coriander seed water they can take, and just cut down on your salt intake. So these are the tips that I would like to give to the hypothyroid patients. And start taking Trifla, because it is going to help you to detoxify your internal body. So you can start, taking and following these tips, and you will be able to see the difference in your body.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Reena, for these wonderful tips. And to all the viewers, I would like to share that. So on the screen, I have shared this. This is the Vedic Diet app. So people who have been asking me about the diet plans for weight gain, for thyroid, so you can download this app, analyze your Prakriti for free, and basis that you can check out 15 days trial nutrition plan, so that you would be able to understand which kind of herbs you should take. There are few tips which are there for foods which you should avoid, and other details. Apart from that, you can also check out the HT Brunch articles by Dr. Shikha Sharma. There are few wonderful videos which you would like to watch in order to understand your body type better. Apart from that, app also has a feature of comparing foods. So say for example, if you are on a weight loss diet and you are going out, you can compare food and check which food you should order, which suits your body type.
Yes, and you have an academy you want to share about because I can see that some people were interested in the academy also.
Yeah. So this is another course where people specifically were asking us that you have been prescribing diets for these many years and people have been, losing weight, getting benefits. So what is the science behind it? So we have launched this 10 days personal nutrition course, which will help you understand your body type, your family's body type. This also includes, for particular lifestyle, which herbs you should take, how to plan your diets, how to plan your family and kids nutrition. So this is a 10 days course, and specifically for our webinar viewers, for a limited time period offer, we are also giving them a 1 month personalized plan, which will help them in order to understand and experience the science of the diet planning.
Yes.
With that, I would like to take final comments from Mr. Jasmeet.
Mr. Jasmeet, your message to all the viewers.
My message to all the viewers will be, uh, I'm not a dietitian, but I can say, yes, you have to eat right to have a right kind of health so that you can support yourself and your family in a better way.
True,
Wonderful.
well said.
Yeah. Dr. Shikha, your final message?
I would say that life is beautiful as long as you can value your body and you can to take care of your health. Because if you are healthy, your entire family is healthy and protected. So by protecting yourself and your health, you're protecting your family. So use this time of COVID to actually invest or take care of your own health. Just focus on your own self and your family's health.
Sure. Thank you. Dr. Reena?
Yeah, I just want to reiterate the same, like start investing in your health and do not give a second thought when it comes to your health, whether it's a preventive healthcare measure like annual health checkups. So don't delay all these things, because prevention is better than cure. So early you know that this is the problem, it becomes easier for you to take the necessary action, and it becomes easier for you to correct the imbalances in your body at the right time. Thank you, Ashima.
So thank you everyone for joining in today and for this wonderful session. Thank you, Mr. Jasmeet, for sharing your experience with us. To all the viewers, I would say if you have any questions and you want to connect with us, you can visit drshikha.sharma.com, or you can WhatsApp us. You can check the number from the website and you can WhatsApp us as well. So we would be happy to assist you in any manner possible. Thank you, everyone. So we'll meet
Bye.
next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Thank you.
Bye
Thank you
bye.
very
Thank
much.
you. Bye
Take care, everyone.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.